And we live.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We live and direct.
We back.
I got something on the screen to get you ponies in check. Do you feel me? I want you to take a good look. Look at that. What is that? That's concept art. And it did not reach fruition. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But it is what this is all you'll ever get. Just one.
Still image.
Never coming. Ever. It was so crazy this morning. Motherfucker was comparing concept art of my boy Blade. Three photos, mind you. And this that was released years ago. You guys were excited. I was excited. Factions 2 coming. Great. Naughty Dog. Let's go.
Solid company.
Solid.
Absolutely.
Solid. And then they wanted to pivot to live service games. All of SIE. And they brought in Bungie. Bungie looked at it and said, that's not it, Playboy. That ain't it. And then trouble started to ensue with Bungie. And then you ponies was like, see, Bungie didn't know what they was talking about. Right? Yeah, right. And then after the whole On Ice thing, about, a couple weeks later, Naughty Dog said, we still working on it. More to come next year. Y'all said, let them cook. What was it? Cook what? Cook what? They had sugar and no Kool-Aid. They had ramen and the water was turned off.
Okay.
You feel me? They had brisket, no seasoning.
Oh no, Lord. Oh.
They had chicken wings, no charcoal.
No.
Shame.
No.
And then Neil Cuckman comes out and says, look, guys, we can't make it. And then the excuse was, well, we won't be able to do a live service game and a single player game at the same time. Ain't Sony supposed to help y'all with that? Ain't y'all supposed to build teams to be able to do that? You are a AAA studio, correct?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Go crazy on him. Go crazy.
I want y'all a moment of silence for this concept art. Everybody bow your heads. Whether it's to Jesus, Muhammad, Odin, Loki, whoever. Bow your head, moment of silence. I'll give it 5 seconds. All right, rest in peace, man. That is the intro, man. I'm over here with my co-host, Super Motherfucking Nova, and the Bone Collector himself, BLAQQ SKELLINGTON.
Yeah,
We got some topics for you motherfuckers, boy. Okay? We got Wolverine and Spider-Man leaks. My boy BLAQQ SKELLINGTON is going to take care of all that for us. And then Supernova is going to hit us with the death of E3. Ooh, a lot of death going on today. Sheesh. A lot of death to talk about.
It is.
We also going to talk about the yearly NPD and November's NPD. Look at those numbers. Hogwarts still number 1, killing it. Just released on Switch. Numbers going through the roof. And no awards. Crazy. No nominations.
That's bogus.
I don't like it.
That was odd.
And then I want us to, get involved here and talk about our most anticipated games of 2024. So yeah, we gonna get right up into it, man. I think that we said, what was the first one? We're gonna do Wolverine and Spider-Man League. Sorry, Black Skeleton, take us away, man.
What's up? All right. So basically, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this because I'm not perfect or a pro. So it was Insomniac Games that got the hack correct. That's what happened.
Mhm.
Yes, Insomniac.
And
Yep.
it was not just a hack, it was ransomware, correct?
It was
Yep.
ransomware, yes, sir.
Ransomware. Yep.
So that means they in there. They obviously got you for what they got. But I'm just curious to what y'all feel is like, is it a bad thing? Of course it sounds bad, but it seems like what is really going to happen if they just leak all the information? Are we just going to get the game at a later date? Are they going to make them push them to try to release it early, try to release information how GTA did? They got hacked and then they just said, we're just going to give it to you type of stuff. So are we anticipating some kind of information soon with that stuff? On top of that stuff, it was a Wolverine leak and there was a possible leak to a Spider-Verse game. So that was not even on the radar for anybody, which is huge deal. Like, obviously, and there was more stuff. I think it was Spider-Man 3. It was also information that came out about that. So yeah, what do y'all think about that? Over, like, just a little bit of tell me what y'all think.
Skeleton, I think that to be honest, man, I think that they are probably gonna pull what GTA did. Like if there's some information that was leaked or that they have, depending on how much they have, because the ransom, the people that's holding the information and the data for ransom, they want $2 million for the Wolverine content. You know what I'm saying? So they said, look, you're gonna have to pay up or we gonna leak this stuff. So depending on how much they got, whether they may or may not know what those people have, you know what I'm saying? They may just kind of just wait, because if you decide to pay the $2 million to this random hacking group or whomever, you know what I'm saying? You can set a dangerous precedent for the other hacking groups that's around in the world to say, hey, if you want to get rich, you just come over here, do some nefarious stuff, and we'll get you some, you know what I'm saying? We'll give you the bag real quick.
Right.
So no,
they had employee information too, right?
Yeah,
like stuff like real life information,
passport scans.
Yeah,
passport
that's
scans,
different,
bro.
Yeah, that's different. That's kind of serious. That could lead to other stuff going on. Like when it comes to that, I'd be like, all right, y'all got to go ahead and handle this somehow, some way. Like, I'm not. That's a. You can leak the game, give them the game. I don't know. Yeah. Don't come for me. Like, that's crazy. I'm just an employee. I'm just working.
Yeah.
Serious. I'd have been pissed off for sure. I'd have been, hey man. But what you think, Viking?
Man, it's they'll never pay it for one. It'll just 100% encourage other attacks to happen to other studios. Yeah, they won't pay it. So they said $2 million or it's going to the higher bidder. I don't know from the screenshots that I saw, and they were all still so fuzzy. I don't know what they got. They didn't even release how many mega, because usually they'll be like, we got this many gigabytes.
That's what I wanted to know.
But it looked like they got a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like what happens if the highest bidder, I mean, it's illegal, but if the highest bidder gets it and they leak the whole story,
hey,
you know what I mean?
The game is about to be done at that point.
Or if they release source code, you know what I mean? Which would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like every detail, like I think they need to really first they need to find out what information was taken. And then possibly start trickling out information about Wolverine. I mean, it was supposed to come out, or supposedly end of 2024, so next year. But they need to start getting ahead of the curve and start probably releasing it that way. Yeah, the hackers kind of won, sure, but they won't be able to sell off the information. It'll be a lot less valuable. especially when people don't really know what's in it.
Right.
But yeah.
That's a good point too, because I was just sitting there thinking about it as you were talking. I was wondering, because what a ransomware attack is when they take the data and hold it for ransom. So I wonder if Sony even has access to the data that they have. You know what I'm saying? Because
that would be foul.
Right, because that's what it is they seize the data and then you have to pay to get it back.
So they may be out of it. They don't even have it anymore.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering how bad this attack is. And Sony has to be probably one of the worst companies when it comes to them getting hacked, man. I remember back in like 2008, they had, I think it was one of their websites. If you went there, it told you needed an antivirus and it made you download malware onto your computer, like from the Sony website, right?
That's crazy.
Which is insane.
I got this information. So, the ransom VC, they stole 200. No. This is something else. Never mind. Yeah. But no, you're right, bro.
Like, so in 2008 they did that, and even in like I don't know if any of the viewers remember, or but in 2011 PSN went down for some weeks. I remember just sitting there, like at first we didn't know what was going on. There was like, we're aware of the issue, we're still working on it, but they didn't immediately come out and tell us that they were under attack or what was going on. And then after like a couple weeks, they was like, look, we kind of, we're getting hacked right now. We're going to try to bring some of our services up one by one. It was an ugly event, man. And that's just one of the many types of occasions of where Sony is getting hacked. So for this Wolverine information to come out, and I even saw, rumblings of a potential Ratchet and Clank information coming out.
Yeah.
Because
the code
of
word
this.
RCE.
So good thinking. I'd love, man. I love that.
I know you would love another one,
man. I would.
So for this year alone, I'm gonna go through the list of all cybersecurity actions that happened for SIE. I'm not even gonna talk Sony, just the SIE division.
Sony Interactive is what you're saying?
Yeah, Sony Interactive. So in May, 6,800 individuals, current and former employees, personal information leaked or got, data leaked. September 25th, ransomed VC claimed to have stolen 260 gigabytes of proprietary data from SIE.
Jeez.
From all the Sony systems. They posted 6,000 files as a sample of the stolen data.
Damn.
November, they had did you guys see that when everybody was like, yo, I can't get into my account, I've been suspended?
No,
thousands of players.
Yeah, I think that was more recent, right?
So that was this November,
Mm-hmm.
And then now you got the Wolverine leaks and the Spider-Man leaks from Insomniac. Like, I don't know why they get attacked so much or what's wrong with their current cybersecurity division.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or whoever.
Somebody needs to get fired out here. I'm not gonna lie, because it's crazy. This is how you destroy companies, man.
Yeah. So it's insane. I mean, you don't hear this from Steam or anybody, man. I mean, sometimes you'll get leaks like a trailer or something, but not data like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Like this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's very odd.
For such a large company, you would think that they would have like a pretty stout cybersecurity. You know what I'm saying? One of the largest companies like in the world, for real. Like Sony is a huge company, not only in the video game space and also like the hardware space too. So yeah. So it's just crazy how bad it is, man.
Yeah, we view them as a very large corporation because they are in the grand scheme of things, but fuck. Like they need to spend some bread on this cybersecurity issue, especially if they care about their employees, man. You know what I mean? Because most of the stuff is their personal information.
That's what kills me. It's like that cannot be leaked. No.
Yeah. Like, do you know what it's like to probably have your passport scanned and then somebody take that?
I don't like that.
No.
Too much craziness.
It's like everybody be like, you work for Sony and what happened? No way.
Sick.
Not cool at all, man. Let's see. Oh, you want to talk about Spider-Man? What's your thoughts about that?
Spider-Verse, they said. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm actually curious of what type of game that would even be, but I guess I was maybe thinking maybe some multiplayer type of game.
Yeah.
Bringing in a lot of custom Spider-Mans and stuff like that, but that was just like, I don't think anybody was even thinking about that. And that's kind of crazy because now that's in the air. You know what I mean? Nobody, and then maybe have that art style too. That'd be nuts. That'd be kind of crazy if they do that. But
yeah, so the leak was an MMO, right? So meaning that it'll be available. I say this with confidence, but I don't know their decision on this. But in my opinion, it has to go like both PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
I mean, we was talking in the green room about the only company that can pull off a multiplayer game in general and it be successful without putting it on multiple platforms is Nintendo.
Right.
I mean, you had Splatoon, which I don't know how many people are playing that, but you got Smash Bros. As well. What other multiplayer games are on there? Is Mario Kart?
Mario
online?
Kart.
Yeah. Mario Kart's huge.
Yeah. But you have a very large install base of people who actually like buy Nintendo Switches for those games.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like what's it called? Is it attrition rate? No. It's some sort of rate to where like this many people, like let's say Spider-Man 2, right? You have 40 million PS5s out there, but in the grand scheme of things, it's probably only going to sell a total of 8 million, right? But like with Nintendo, like you have 140 million Nintendo Switches out there, and I'm guessing Super Smash Bros. And especially Mario Kart probably got half of those customers.
Easily.
You know yeah.
So
Animal Crossing, even though that's a slight multiplayer like, but that goes all across. Like,
and Zelda got the other half probably.
Yeah.
What's up, Jean-Marc Louis? He said, tell put some respect on Microsoft multiplayer teams. Hey, they past couple of years, bro, they've been killing it, to be honest. And their theory of putting it on both Xbox and PC at the same time made it super successful too. For sure. If you lock it down to one platform, bro, it's gonna be dead. Fairly quickly, because it's not the fact that even if you did have half of PS5 owners buy the Spider-Man game, which is 20 million, not all 20 million gonna be on at the same time. You'll have a very low concurrent player base. So yeah, it makes sense. I think
that would drive sales though if it's a exclusive. No. You don't think people would buy PS5 to go there?
They're buying them already. Just like, Spider-Man. I think God of War was their only real, and that's a staple name. And you would think Spider-Man would do better. God of War sold 12 million first week. You know what I mean? Spider-Man only did 5. And that's because of bundles. So they'd like to do their numbers like that. So like PS5 came out, there's finally a PS5 game that's like not on PS4.
Right.
And it's Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man. And the numbers are somewhat fudged. So they say they sold so many million within the first 24 hours or whatever. But really, all those people that bought bundles weeks, month, 3 months ahead of time, your purchase doesn't go through until the day it's released. So they count it as 24 hours.
I see.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of, so really they got 5 million or 3 million copies sold within a 3-month period. You know what I mean?
Still
God of
pretty good
War
as
is
far as
really
its
their
numbers.
only staple that will break bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would thought Spider-Man would do a lot better, but it didn't, even with 40 million units out there. But you know, you got the holidays coming up, and you got those bundles.
Yeah.
Also, so those numbers could go up. But no, I don't think that a multiplayer game would. It would have to be the most fire multiplayer game.
It'd have to be gas.
What I'm saying, but what Skellington was saying earlier, though, like if it's in that universe with the color scheme and like, man, I feel like that would be a dope game, like for real.
I would.
Like,
I guess we would just have to see how it plays out in terms of gameplay. Because it would be mad cool if each one of us can create our own Spider-Man within the multiverse.
and then traverse the city. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope.
Like use like whenever you go to another universe, it's like Ratchet and Clank, where you go like through the system, the power of the magical SSD and all that shit.
Stop.
Right?
It do got that SSD though.
So it would. I would have to see how the gameplay is as a multiplayer.
Right. I would too. I would. The way I think I would see it is like each server, you know what I mean, is just a different kind of multiverse, and you just get to see it at different extremes. You know what I mean? Of New York, I'm guessing, or even outside of New York, because I just need to see how you move around. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like
so how do y'all feel about, because this is it makes me think of like Arkham Knight. Isn't that multiplayer as well? Like a big cityscape and multiplayer, and you can play as different individuals and y'all can go together, go fight crime and stuff like that. I could see them doing something similar to that.
Yeah, but that wasn't it though. Like the way they did that was you didn't get to progress when it's like, let's say you joined me or whatever, like you wasn't going to be able to progress in your missions whenever you're doing mine. Like the game, they could fix that. You know what I mean? Like Insomniac could.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that Insomniac would make a great multiplayer Spider-Man game.
Right.
It will be dope. I'll be playing it, right? But I don't think it's going to sell consoles though. Not into the extreme of God of War.
No, not that extreme. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
I agree. I'll agree on that.
But if you have a 120 million install base of people with capable PCs, then we're talking. Now we got some longevity with
Spider-Man
MMO kind of game. But it'd be cool, man. Like, you know, I can upgrade my powers differently than you, and you know, have there might be some different traversal methods for each player. So it'd be dope. Besides the web shit, like other people would have like some pretty cool shit. I think it would be dope.
Yeah, it got potential.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I am not mad at it. What would y'all like to see from it though? From the Spider-Man MMO or multiplayer? Like, do you hope that it has like good grounded story elements to it? Like what's y'all's thoughts on that?
To be honest, like as far as like a MMO Spider-Man, I don't know. I'm not looking too happily for the future for it, because I don't want want it to potentially get like a grind aspect to it, because I feel
Right.
like a lot of MMOs eventually you got to go. They'll be like, all right, go kill 50 spiders 30 times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't think that would necessarily fit well in that world. And they would have to find like a new interesting way to tell the story too, because most people already know what's going on in that world. So you have to have like a very, very deep story to be able to do MMOs very well and to keep people entertained and engaged.
Yeah.
And then you also have to be ready to support that game for a very long time, you know, because MMOs hang out for 15, 10, 20 years, you know, look at World of Warcraft. So
right,
you know, so yeah, it's a huge endeavor. So, and it's kind of, you know, to the point of that last studio that we just talked about at the beginning of the show, you know, it's kind of why they wanted to pivot away from doing such a game, is because it's just would be a huge effort, and it's just out of the scope of the business and the direction of the business. So I don't know about an MMO, but a multiplayer game would be dope.
Yeah. I'm unsure with their strategy as to why they didn't have that in Spider-Man 2. It was kind of perfectly set up for it.
For co-op?
For co-op, yeah.
Yeah. I could that it is honestly set up. One person plays Miles, one person plays Peter. Yeah.
I want to play Mary Jane. Let me get that stun gun.
Let me get that stunning stun.
Hit you with the BLAQQ.
She was out here clapping. I'm a main her boy.
Super strong. Hey, I enjoyed it way better than the first Spider-Man though. Sneaking around with her was ass. I was not having fun doing that at all. That first game, I did not like it.
Bro, the first time I saw that shit, bro, it took me like 20 hits to, you know, knock one of them hunters off, bro. And then like Mary Jane come through, bro, with the BLAQQ.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, what kind of fucking give me the gun? I'm Spider-Man.
Right.
Like, what is this?
Let me drive the boat.
For sure, I get it done.
Oh, buddy had the BLAQQ. That shit was funny, man. Cam, did you give your thoughts on like what you would like to see for Spider-Man?
I pretty much agree with Nova, just because an MMO.
Damn, my fault. I keep on saying people's names.
I didn't even notice, honestly. I did not notice, but I pretty much agree with him, just because MMO would just be it would take too long. Like, it would just be too long of a grind and I don't think they have enough story to keep it going for until another kind of expansion comes out. You know what I mean? Like, just once. I don't think they would have I don't like that format of it, at least. But I like a 4-player co-op or something, or like something like that. I'd be all for that kind of multiplayer for sure. That makes more sense for me.
Yeah, more action adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be gas, man.
And then you get all of New York to 4-player split up and go do shit at your own section of the city. That sounds really cool. And then if it's multiverse, it's like you get to see different sides of it too. Yeah, it'd be be cool. But I don't know if that's what they're doing. They should
it would be mad cool. Like, because if you read some of the comics, like What If comics, I think my favorite one was Peter the Hunter, right? So Peter is a murderer, right? Like when it comes to his villains, like with Craven, all of them, bro. Like, he is savage. He even has like a throne where, you know, he has. Let me see, I'll pull it up if I could, but he's a savage, and it'd be dope if he was like a villain in one of the multiverses.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Same with like I don't know what other characters they can bring in that's non-Spider-Man related, because I'm not a huge Spider-Man comic book guy.
Spider-Man got hella villains though. Spider-Man actually got some of my favorite villains. He has a good villain base, so it don't really matter.
You got Doc Ock.
Hellrider Hulk was one of my favorites. It was Hulk that made a deal with the devil, so he became Ghost Rider.
But
and he also had the Venom suit. He had the symbiote too.
See, that's some MMO shit. MMO, that's too deep for. That's deep. Yeah, that story cracking.
Yeah, but that'd be cool, man. If you go to multiverses and some of the NPCs or people that you meet along the way, you can do DLC where different types of Spider-Man pop up. Yeah, it has a lot of potential, man. It
For
has a
sure.
Yeah,
lot. Yeah. Um, we good? We exhausted that? That's straight. You
I
straight,
think for the most
skeleton?
part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so Supernova.
Yes, sir.
Listen, when I heard this news, that gif of Vegeta looking up while it's raining.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, man. Even though it's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
But go ahead and your topic is the death of E3.
Yes.
So set it up, man. Hit us with it.
Sad times for us tech nerds and gamer enthusiasts, man. I always wanted to go to E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo. Ever since I was young, I would watch it. You know what I'm saying? I think they used to show it on G4 back in the
Yeah.
day.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh man. So when they announced that they were going to open it to the public in 2017, I'm like, I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I always had it in the back of my mind. Well, I'm not gonna go this year. I'm gonna go next year because stuff always come up. Life is always lifing.
For sure.
So
Yes.
so stuff is always coming up, and so it saddens me to hear this news that they're not doing it anymore. I thought that during the pandemic that it would kind of give us like a small hiatus. And we'll come back to it pretty heavy, man. But
Right.
on top of that, like, what do you guys think? What do you think, Viking?
Yeah, I was sad about the news. I know there's a lot of other expos that try to mimic, but I mean, you couldn't beat having all the big players there. I mean, opposed to like what they do now with the showcases, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But you had PlayStation, Nintendo, um, Xbox, all the different hardware companies, devs, third party. You had everything there. And I think it was. I don't think, but I wish I was able to experience it. Around all. I'm sure it stunk in there.
Oh, I know it's stunk in there. I'm already knowing.
Yo,
Probably be sweaty because it was held.
Boy.
It was held where in L.A. Right?
yeah,
Yeah. Ooh, hot, sweaty,
It's a lot.
and hot pockets
and hot.
and and Cheeto dust. You already know.
Everywhere. Fun. Sounds fun. Just stinky.
Oh
already
man,
know.
I mean, I get why it went away. I think it's probably have you guys ever went to a large Comic-Con before?
I have not.
Those are a lot less enjoyable than your smaller comic expos.
Mhm.
If the smaller ones feel a lot more personable, you actually get to hear the person speak, and I mean, the big Comic-Con in San Diego, has all the big names. You got DC, you got Marvel, you got actors, actresses, all that shit there. It's a lot bigger, but the smaller ones were perfect because it's like you had it was more personable. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think like nowadays watching showcases and directs is a lot more pleasurable. Because I'm in the comfort of my own home. Um, the publisher or the console maker can control its own narrative when it comes to what games are coming out. Um, Demos are done online now through digital. You know what I mean? So you don't need to have booths set up to try out a game. I mean, I think they still do at some certain expos. But yeah, that's my shit,
But
man.
but to like for that though, like I do agree, but like imagine the engagement in the community that you could feel if it still continued to go on, man. Like
Yeah,
back in the day, you used to be able to go to these things and get like specific stuff just for being there. It's like, oh, you only
Swag
could get
bag.
this. Yeah, you can only get this for going here. You know what I'm saying? And it's
right,
cool
right.
to play a nice little demo, and you get your directs, and I appreciate it because I like
Yeah,
Nintendo directs and stuff like that.
For sure.
But man, I feel like as time is progressing, man, like we're losing the real community aspect of it. Like not only can we not talk to each other in between games, in most games these days, we can't even, you know what I'm saying? We can't even be in community and talk about these games. Like, cause everybody who around you at this booth really fucks with this. You
Really.
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we can all geek out and enjoy it together. So
Yeah.
uh
No,
yeah, man.
and they have smaller ones than E3. E3 was just special because you had all the major players there, right? So
It was just the one. Like it was
Mhm.
the
yeah.
one.
But now
Yeah.
you got Gamescom in Cologne.
Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, you got Tokyo. Well, I don't know if that's open to, is Tokyo Game Show open
Well,
to the
I don't
public?
think a lot of those are barely open to the public. I think
Yeah,
that was like the only
Gamescom
one.
is.
I think Tokyo Game Show may be open actually. I'm
You
not
got Xbox Fan Fest. You still got PAX. I'm sure one of them closed down. I think PAX South closed down. I think you got PAX East, PAX West.
Mhm.
Still going on. You got DreamCon. I know Nintendo's there usually. So you still got a lot of smaller ones. Yeah, but you're right. You're missing that central, like the one every single gamer look forward to. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? And yeah, it sucks that we weren't able to go. You know. Um,
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about it, Skellington?
appreciate it. Y'all done said everything. But shit, I honestly I think COVID kind of killed all these conventions, to be honest. And I still think it has a lingering effect to be around crowds and things like that. Cause I know I wasn't touching no convention when that shit was.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be around people. Even after I wasn't trying to be around people for a while. So those years, that was like 3-4 years pretty much of people not wanting to be around people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Solid 3 for sure. So it's like I feel like that had and now they're trying to come back into it, and people were so like those directs and stuff came through during COVID. So we got
Mhm.
used to getting those announcements and stuff like that through directs. And I love Nintendo Direct for sure. That's my favorite one. I just love how they come in and snap. You know what I'm saying? That shit's cool. But
Mhm.
I think that's pretty much like what happened in E3. I think it's just these publishers just can have their own directs. Like they can
Yeah.
have their own, they don't need to show up to these events. They know their fan bases and they know that they'll just watch what they have to put out. Why would they can put their own YouTubes up and get money off that and just make money that way instead of really because let's be honest, it's a business too. So it's like I'm
Yep.
sure they have to pay for that stuff, and they probably rushed to put out like content for those events. So it's probably just better that they can release on their own times, like stuff like that. But I
Yeah.
do miss the just the gamer aspect from just being around other gamers and stuff like that. Just be around your own people, because that's one thing gamers don't get to do. They tell us to touch grass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we don't already get to
Right.
be around our people like that. So that was a good time to be around. And the swag bags, they used to give out like real limited shit at those events.
Mhm.
Like I used to be pissed on demo, sometimes take away demos on the old days and stuff like that. I used to be like, bro, you playing a
Mhm.
whole game because you got to go? That's BS. It to me, because I didn't get to go type stuff.
Right.
But it is really
Right.
cool. And I think that, yeah, it's a RIP E3, man. It's a gamer. If you're a gamer, you know what E3 is. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks, kind of.
And
Yeah.
definitely like what do you got, Viking?
No, I had nothing. I was just agreeing. My fault.
I was gonna say like that's an excellent point too, because Skellington made a point about just COVID kind of it changed the game for everybody, man. Even after it was the big scare, it still was a lot of people were still afraid to go out in public spaces and do things. Like I'm sure concerts even took a hit at
Yep.
that specific
yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying? So it just hasn't been able to get back to the greatness it once was. I remember CES also went digital. Yeah. So they went digital in 2021 as well. And it's just a lot of these conventions are trying to hold on for dear life. But it does give, but in turn, on the opposite side, it does give the creators, like Skellington said, the opportunity to just direct to consumer, you know what I mean? With all the live streams, all the live events that are now super popping, you know what I'm saying? You can go directly to your consumer. They can get what they need and they don't have to really worry about, all right, which day of the convention is my people showing there's something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out.
I'm sure all of them saved bread for not going. Because I know PlayStation pulled out first. I forgot what year that was. This was before COVID, I believe. And then when you don't have the market leader essentially show up, the numbers gonna drop. You know what I mean? As far as attendance. Which probably put a strain on the venue holders to probably raise the prices of booths and all that to the rest of the market pretty much. And they was like, nah, we good. We can stream our own shit.
Right.
Because with how the internet and socials are nowadays, man, you get stuff instantly and you still get the same effect. Yeah. Not only that, you're not overshadowed by something else. You know what I mean? Like I can drop a trailer today and I know nothing else is coming out. Right. You know what I mean? So everybody's gonna be talking about my shit.
True.
I think they saved a lot of money with going the route of they're doing their own directs or showcases.
Definitely.
And they're able to do more. They don't have to save up a whole bunch
for E3 only.
And then have just little trailers in here or more deep dives into certain games. For other shit, man. So I mean, it's sad. E3 was for the culture, much like Attack of the Show. But they both dead now,
Yeah,
they gone.
They gone.
But man, PlayStation pulling out is probably the reason why people got to hacking that ass. But you know what I'm saying? They said, "Well,
you ain't gonna show up. Oh, you gonna show up?
Ransomware."
Jeez.
Oh my god. Oh shit. But you guys got any more thoughts on E3 or what's some cons you might want to go to next year? I know we was talking about DreamCon last week. What's some other stuff y'all want to go to?
You got a Skeleton?
I'm about to say I'm not even sure of what conventions are really doing events like that. I don't know if even, like I said, I don't even if Tokyo Game Show's event ever since that's the one I want to go to. If there is an event I'm able to go to, I don't even know if that's open to people, but that is where I'd like to go there for sure.
Gamescom is fairly large. Like it's a really big, you have massive reveals. They had a play test of Stalker 2 there, Towerborn. Some of the media journalists allegedly got to go backstage with Nintendo to get a look at the Switch 2. You had more information about Starfield before that dropped, and you also had a sneak peek at the Fallout. Like it was only for people that were there. They got to see that Fallout trailer that we saw months ago. You know what I mean? So but there's a lot of third-party people, developers there, and I think most of the community that I know on Twitter, they try to go. It's a hassle because it's all the way in Cologne, Germany.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Not feasible. That's what I'm saying. Like, want to attend?
Hey, I could take a hop, baby. You can too, Cam.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking for the people.
Yeah.
It's just not feasible.
Yeah, because that's how I was looking at it too. Like Gamescom is still a thing, but it's like all the way across the pond. So the majority of the people can't afford to take that trip. So it was nice because E3 was, on the West Coast. It felt, attainable. It felt reachable.
Yeah, it did feel reachable.
You know what I'm
But I
saying?
mean,
So
yeah, but there's gamers all over the world, man. I'm sure Europeans are happy they got the Gamescom going over there.
yeah, but I'm firmly planted in the United States. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them, but this is my opinion of conventions that I could go to or I want to go to. And traveling internationally is not necessarily a thing that most people can do, period. You know what I mean? So
right.
I would definitely like to go, but it's definitely a bigger, way larger undertaking than just catch a flight to LA and get a room for a few days, and we could probably go in, with the bros or something like that. So, but I would have wanted to go to CES too, but I've been seeing reports that they're sticking to just a virtual event as well. So I don't know if that's gonna stay that way forever, but right now I'm just gonna stick with DreamCon, man. Like I'm really interested in seeing what they got going on over there. I saw that they had Corey Kenshin, which is a YouTuber that I watch. He was there. You know what I mean? It had a lot of big names, especially in the creator space. So it should be pretty cool.
It is, man. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I've never went to a gaming convention. That's more gaming and anime, right? DreamsCon.
Yeah.
That's anime too.
Okay.
And thank you for stopping by, Torino. Appreciate it.
Oh, Torino here.
What up?
Hey, yo, what's good, man? How you doing? Doing good? Let us know. All right, let's move on to the NPD, man. For November. So I'm gonna give a list of the top November games in 2020, 2023.
Explain to me what this is, because just for the people too who don't know what NPD means.
So
and
NPD is like the top selling games of November. Nintendo and Xbox, however, do not count their digital sales. That's the asterisk on this, but everything else is physical and digital for PlayStation, and just physical for Nintendo and Xbox.
What does NPD stand for? Sorry,
you gonna put me on the spot.
I'm just curious to what I'm looking like here. I'm trying to be informed of what I'm looking at, hearing that.
Well, they usually report on hardware sales, game sales. Look at that narcissistic personality disorder. That's not what I'm looking for.
That's popping right now.
There you go.
Popular talking point there.
There you go.
Everybody narcissist these days.
I think like it's new product development. I don't know. I'll get back to it. One of y'all are talking. No, you're good. So essentially what NPD is they track all hardware and software sales for games. And it kind of just shows like what's popping, what the trends are for gamers. They also track like year over year sales for total games. I think this year is down 7% total. But I'll start with the November's top 20 games. Now this is just for the month of November 2023. Number one, I'm gonna just say the number when I get after a 10. I'm not saying the number no. Call it number one is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Shocker. Number 2, Spider-Man 2. Number 3, Hogwarts Legacy.
No awards.
Still.
That's crazy.
Insane. That's crazy to me, man.
That shit dropped in when? February?
A while ago.
Yeah.
It's selling.
Number 4, Madden NFL 24. 5, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Number 6, the FIFA game is EA Sports FC now 24. Number 7, Super Mario RPG. Number 8, Mortal Kombat 1. Number 9, NBA 2K24. Number 10, EA Sports UFC 5. Now, go ahead.
So these sales, these are just what sales? Because what it sounded like to me is that these are a lot of games with a lot of microtransactions and stuff like that. So are
Correct.
we just seeing that's why they're big? The EA Sports, the Madden, the 2K notorious this year for their microtransaction stuff going on. If you know, you know. But like, is this including those sales of like?
No, it's just strictly based off of the base game,
Initial game.
Otherwise, you see League of Legends on this motherfucker every
Bro, maybe raking it in.
Fortnite too.
Yeah, Fortnite. Yeah, you don't see that on
Okay.
here.
Okay. That's pretty good sales for them sports games.
Listen, I mean, you have to think we're, us as content creators and people on Twitter, we're 1% to 2% of all gamers. Most of these motherfuckers just buy a console to play one of these games.
That seems so bizarre to me, but it is so real, man. It's
just one.
Yeah. It's real.
When you look at people's PlayStation or Xbox lineup, typically Call of Duty is going to be their number one played game.
I believe you.
In terms of hours, and then you have tons of people still playing. I made the mistake. I was like, I haven't been on Madden. I used to be a champ in Madden too.
Tough.
And I haven't been on Madden since 19. Right. And I was like, man, let me boot this. Let me buy this.
Dang.
Listen, I played one game and I was like, I threw my controller down. I was like, this is the same shit.
Yeah. Because to be honest, how can you innovate a football game? I knew when they talk about this new, more realistic grass, it was over for them, bro.
Blood. 2K to this day. NFL 2K to this day still outshines the current Madden in features.
That's sad.
Still, you have. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant here. On 2K, you had the halftime report with Boom.
Right? That was fun.
And you got to see in halftime other games that were played during the day and certain plays.
Yeah.
Right. At the very end of a match or at the end of a game, they interviewed a player.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You had in the helmet mode, my G. In the helmet mode,
making people throw up.
2K was killing them so bad they dropped the game for $30 when it came out. They was like, no, y'all need to come over here. We are superior. $30 or $20. I forgot. It was bizarre.
It was bizarre, yeah.
and crushed them that year, and not sales numbers, but as far as how many units were pushed, right? EA said, we can't have that, Playboy. We don't want to innovate. Let's just take the NFL rights.
Yeah.
Take the whole rights.
Nobody can make football games. Just us. I'm sorry, just Playboy. Us. We had a good thing going and y'all try to make us compete. We don't want it.
And that's where it went downhill for real.
Yeah.
Yes. Because they can put out a shit product. People that play 2K and Madden specifically, that's the most casual gamer, right? It's NBA 2K, and I'm talking to my brothers and sisters out there. Okay, it's NBA 2K, Call of Duty, and Madden.
Probably FIFA in there too.
My European Negroes, yes, right.
Good old football.
But 100%. But when you start giving them your money for a roster update, there's no real updates in these games, bro. People will try to preach to me. It's like, no, you can do this. You can do. It's like, no, Playboy. Like the career mode still sucks. I'm trying. And now you got Ultimate Team where you're buying packs. And then a couple weeks go by. Those cars, those 94 cars that you drew, aren't as good anymore, so you buy more packs and you buy more packs. Stop it.
Yeah, people going broke on them MUT teams, man, for real. And they're even getting into that station to where it's like they're removing features and adding it back later just to make it seem like it's some new content.
Like they're doing some
stuff.
shit, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's just a blatant disrespect to the gamer. It's like, y'all really think we don't see what's happening?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Can't support it. I couldn't support 2K this year that having to drop almost $200 for a build of a character for the My Park. I was like, bro, the game is already $70, and then you have to spend more. And mind you, to build this player for $200 is just to compete.
Yes.
Right.
You're still gonna lose
Yeah.
to some kid who's out there mixing you. It's gonna be bad, and you're gonna be mad and be like, "My bill sucks."
Yeah, you could be like, "This perfect release. I spent $100 on this,
real dollars on it, bro. Crazy." And I can't support that, man. Like, I cannot. I don't.
Yeah, but unfortunately, for like every one of us, there's like 10 people that will, man. I just would hope
maybe 100, bro.
It might be 100. Yeah,
like I would just hope that we would just be like, enough is enough, and stop purchasing these games. And so maybe some changes can come about. When do they actually lose the license to have that? I don't know. Isn't that coming up pretty soon?
I don't know when their next one is. I thought the NFL was not going to give it to them last time, but they gave it to them again. So like, I'm not sure when it's up.
It's probably because nobody can have anything in development. So it's like, oh, nobody has no football game coming up, so we can't throw it out to anyone. Let's just give it back. But yeah, dude, what do you mean? We can't build anything. Like, why would we build something that we know we might not be able to get? Like that, they're gonna have it forever and just have a shitty game that these people are still buying. Sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta quit buying that shit.
Yeah, we gotta stand up. Torino says Madden and 2K have been same old for a while. At this point, I'm playing it because it's an EA Play game in Game Pass.
Now that I will play it then.
Yeah, he says I'm playing it out of habit at this point. They need to innovate somehow. No, I totally agree.
100%,
100% agree.
But it's been years, bro, since the 2K fiasco, man, and like they still haven't even incorporated some of those features, man.
I'm not trying to put it past 2K. 2K is the best basketball game ever made. Like, I'm not saying it is I love 2K. I always love 2K. I would still love to play that with friends if I could, but that My Park is the whole game. Like, you play 2K to play My Park. Let's be honest. Like, and the way I just, man, they can't do it, man. It's sad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I used to love NFL Fever. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
NFL on the Xbox. Cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The NFL games have such like more potential for fun games because like I want a newer NFL blitz. You know what I mean? Like I'll take an NFL Street 3, a new one. Like I want to play like fun football too, like just crazy stuff going on. Like, but we can't have that either.
If you need to play Blood Bowl.
What's that?
Blood Bowl is fun as hell, bro. It was a tabletop game, right? But then they made it into it's based off of is it Warhammer? I think
that's crazy.
I'm not sure. Anyway, Blood Bowl is like a turn-based football game, American football game. Where it's like you could pick teams like werewolves or goblins or whatever, but it's hilarious, bro. And it's good. Me and the kids used to crack up laughing playing against each other. Doing that shit, man. Yeah, it's fun though. It wasn't Game Pass for a while, but yeah,
I need some live action. I need some right now.
Yeah, you trying to get turn-based everything, huh? My goodness, this man gonna be playing turn-based basketball soon.
Hey, don't release it. Devs, you release it, I'll play it.
Hey, a turn-based like anime basketball game, and if you watch anime, there's this anime called Kuroko no Basketball. I'd still like that live, but like turn-based, I could see that because put the dribble on them and you have to battle the defense. Like I can see that.
Yeah, you hit them with a mean crossover and they go to sleep and they can't do their turn. Ooh, you onto something, Skellington. Okay.
Bro. Hey, y'all listening? Y'all listening?
Come on, devs.
That's a cool one.
Hey, that's a great idea.
It'd be quick games too, for the most part. That'd be kind of interesting. I'd be interested to see that somehow. Don't steal it, but steal it if you're gonna make it right.
Yeah, make it right. Make it right. And then give us a review code. You feel
Please. Yeah, that's all I want. Like, yeah.
Please.
There was another point I was gonna make, but I have lost it. Um, yeah, all these. There's a lot of live. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? With microtransactions, 4 true microtransaction games.
True micro.
5.
That's too much.
I'm gonna count EA Sports in there too. I mean UFC 5 in there too.
Man, probably. Yeah.
It's on the lower.
UFC is
It's not
cool.
as egregious. It's not nearly.
No,
as
it's not
egregious.
not even close. Yeah. You're probably really just paying for actual characters and people and
Yeah.
stuff with actual stats, which I don't mind that. You're actually paying for people, but like not that other stuff, paying for packs.
Yeah.
No, sir.
No.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna bring up one more thing because since we're on the subject of companies doing pretty much the same thing with their games over and over again. I know that like Call of Duty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of innovation, and they've been doing a lot of remasters and stuff. And as individuals that has probably played this new Modern Warfare 3, like how did they kind of revamp it and keep it a little bit more interesting? I know Viking, I know you've been playing that a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
so I think the movements got a lot better. I wouldn't say it was innovative. They just let us do what we was doing 2 years ago, right? You know what I mean? It's not innovative. You always have new weapons on there. I think the past 3 years have been weird, right? Besides, they try to do something new with Vanguard, and that shit tanked. Nobody wants to use them old ass weapons, like at all. Like Vanguard was pretty trash.
I like War stuff though, man.
Yeah, bro.
I do sometimes
when there ain't no scopes on them shits, bro.
I love them
like
bouncing
Iron
betties,
Sight.
boy.
I like that old shit. I can't
Yes.
lie. I'm a fan of that old stuff.
I'm gonna just say, but Vanguard was one of the lowest selling Call of Duties in modern history, bro.
Is that what that was? Was with the old guns?
Yeah.
I didn't play it, so I don't even.
Yeah, that Vanguard was trash, bro.
It was a war zone. It was a call. It was like an add-on.
No, it
Sorry,
was a full-fledged. It was a full-fledged Call of Duty.
Dang, I missed that. I didn't know.
I missed that one too.
Yeah, you missed it because wasn't nobody talking about it.
I guess
Shit,
so.
no.
That's
It was trash.
Do they have the dogs as like a kill streak or anything?
You talking about in multiplayer?
I guess I don't even know what a Vanguard is. I guess
The dogs, like as far as like a
kill streak or something.
Yeah, because in World at War, you could call in the dogs. I think it's like 11 kills. You could call in the dogs. And
yeah, I don't know if they had it. I didn't buy it. I looked at it. I knew for a fact I wasn't going to be playing
with
this.
it. Yeah, I mean, I can say that about this new current. The current Call of Duty, I played the beta whenever that was out, and I'm not gonna lie, I was having fun with it. But I noticed that the fun I was having is because they're more on like Modern Warfare 2 maps. Like that was the fun I was having. It was nostalgia, and that was fun. But it's like this is not new. This is just updated graphics and stuff. But I do love those maps, and I do love that gameplay because I know, nostalgia. Like we love that stuff. But I don't know what they're doing as far as innovation. No.
Yeah, I mean they added is the zombies that they added in isn't like the old zombies. It's actually pretty tight, man, and fairly fucking difficult too.
I've been hearing opposite.
Say more.
I'm saying the Call of Duty community in general, period,
it's fucking with zombies.
Yes.
That's
100%.
crazy. I was hearing that shit is weak.
But
it's just a war zone. Just all on the internet, just feeds. Not one like specific, but even just regular. I'm pretty sure reviews out there are not. I'm pretty sure they didn't rate that.
I'm not fucking with those reviews at all. I'm not. I'm not touching. That's a sore subject for me.
I feel it, but that's what's out in the world.
Yeah, word on the streets.
Yeah, it's still out there.
Yeah. No, everybody fucks with. I don't know how the new Warzone is that drops. It looked pretty tight. But no, a good chunk of the Call of Duty community fuck with zombies. Like pretty heavy. And then they improved on the motions and movements of the last Call of Duty, but it's more like the Call of Duty before that. So That's what people wanted. If sometimes, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but also don't charge me $70 for
That's
it.
I thought the game
Yeah.
was free, to be
Yeah.
honest. I didn't think calling it a whole new game is what's killing me on this shit.
Yeah. They
Like,
shouldn't have. They should
Same sound effects on the menus and shit. It's like, bro, no, I don't. Not digging that.
Yeah, they're trying to do Fortnite while still charging for the game. Like, and if you're going to do it, and if you're going to do a campaign, like I enjoyed the 4-hour campaign.
4 hours.
That is insane to me, dude.
Yeah, but nobody buys Call of Duty for the campaign. When I say nobody, I mean like maybe 5% buy it for the campaign.
Nah, that used to be the hotness back in the day,
It
like the
was hot.
cinematics, like that used to be it.
I literally used to buy Call of Duties for that reason. Am I frozen?
No, we see you.
Oh, okay.
No, nope, you are frozen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kick out and come back in. But yeah.
But I don't know. But it's good enough for welcome Live Supremacy.
Live Supremacy. What's up, big dog?
Yeah, welcome. But it's doing well enough for it to still be like the number one for November. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, what shooter is topping it, man? Bungie kind of fell off, like with Destiny. Like what other shooter is there? You know, this isn't like Madden to where like you got the rights to gunplay. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, you have your competitive shooters like Valorant. You have Apex. Apex is clutch.
Yeah.
But still, Call of Duty is still top in engagement, like versus Apex or those other shooters. I don't know about Valorant or whatever, about how many people are playing and how often. But yeah, Call of Duty is the king of FPS multiplayer games, bro. Like,
yeah. And I feel like even Valorant has a good concurrent fan base. Like they even have a good competitive scene too. So
yeah, they do.
They're still doing really well. I'm just trying to figure out why like Call of Duty is still up there at the top. You know what I mean? Because I haven't really been super like excited about Call of Duty since probably like Black Ops 3 in like 2017 or 2018, somewhere around in there. You know what I mean? So I just been feeling like they've just been dropping the same product, but people loving it. People getting it to that number one spot on that on the list. So somebody love it.
And it typically stays number one for the whole year. Like even like whenever we start looking at March and June and July, sometimes even when the next Call of Duty drops, you'll see this still in the top 10 with the new Call of Duty as number one. You know what I mean? So
I mean, November is Call of Duty's time. Like I think it's been like that forever now. Like November is Call of Duty time, baby. Thanksgiving is Call of Duty. Christmas is Call of Duty. Christmas noobs, like we want them. We want they're getting Christmas Call of Duty in the holidays.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, I think what they've been doing is having like these yearly releases of the game instead of, because you know they got, is it 5 studios? You got Treyarch, Sledgehammer, was it Raven? You have 4 or 5 different developers within Activision that works solely on Call of Duty, right? So that's why they're able to release them every year. But what they need to do is have a 2-year break in between them, or maybe even 3
people would die.
Yeah,
no, I mean, not
people
really.
Need that.
The community, I wouldn't, but the community would be so hurt. Honestly,
I don't think so. If you, because there's never like DLC to buy for it. So instead of buying,
that's because the new game is the DLC,
right? Instead of buying a new game, just there's a map pack, pretty much. You know what I mean? For $10 or $20. Like
that's how shit used to be. 360 days, baby. I used to love that.
Remember Halo? You could play with the homies on specific maps if you ain't had the money to get the map pack. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Torino and Live, man. Y'all play Call of Duty? What y'all think about it? Let us know in the chat. What up, sis?
What up, Kiaji?
What up?
So yeah, man. But some of these other shits, man. I think somebody told me that the new UFC is dope as fuck, though.
Yeah,
like,
I would
the
say
new
I'd
one
play
is
that.
clutch.
Yeah,
Like,
that
it's
looks fun
good.
to play for
Looks
sure.
good.
Yeah, 2K and Madden, them really been the same games over and over and over. With just roster updates, pretty much.
I feel like 2K has been solidly updating though, except the only issue I have with 2K is the microtransactions. Like if they just released that game full on without having to buy anything, I still think 2K would be fine. And coming out every year with minimal improvement because they do minimally improve that game every year. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
It gets a little the motions get a little better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Madden though. But
Yeah, and 2K try their best to listen to the community to see what they can implement into the next game to make it better for the community. So I will give them credit for that.
They
for
put
sure.
celebrities in the game every year. I think like RDC from DreamCon, they're in 2K and stuff like that. Like those little things. Like if they just didn't do the microtransactions, I'd be fine with. I want 2K. That's what sucks. It's like, it's the best basketball game. It's fun. I like basketball, so especially during basketball season. You want to be able to play that, but it's like I can't justify.
Yeah.
No.
So I never got into the multiplayer aspect besides with Madden back in the day to talk trash. I think my main thing for both of them have always been the single player experience for the most part, is doing like a career mode. And they're both kind of ass, man. Like when it comes to that, like Madden used to be really good. You can train your character and all that. It's just the sim aspects of it has really tanked, which is why I really haven't purchased any of them.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to, I mean, I do understand, but it's just like most people just took my career to go to the park.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I'm just talking about me solely.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of guy. Y'all remember when NFL Head Coach came out?
Yeah,
I do remember, but I didn't play it.
I put so many hours into that shit, and it's weird, right? Because you're actually a head coach. You draw up plays, you come up with like your weekly routine for the team, and then you call the plays, right? But you're not in control of any of the players, bro. So it's crazy. And you have to deal with off the field issues. Off-season.
I just feel like they can do that in Madden.
They should be able to. I need it.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
They should be able to They shouldn't have a whole separate game for that.
If they did it and they fleshed it out, bro, I'm there.
I feel like that should be really easy for them to do. Honestly, like to give people a solo Madden experience should be easy. Playing against somebody sucks because glitches and they be flying up in the air and shit. I'd be damned if I lose a close game off a glitch. I never play that shit again.
100%. So I'm gonna get. Where am I at? All right, I'm gonna do 11 through 20 now for November NPD. And I'm not calling out the numbers. Assassin's Creed Mirage, good. Okay. I heard they went back to their roots on that. I haven't copped it yet. Y'all let me know if it was good. Naruto X. I'm a butcher this. What's it? Boruto. Sonic Superstars. Okay. Everborn Saga. Number 12. No, number 13. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. God of War Ragnarok.
Damn.
Still
that's crazy.
NHL 24, Star Ocean, the second story R, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I can see that.
What?
Yeah, I think probably people didn't when they bought.
Oh, they didn't play Miles Morales.
Right.
I see. Yeah.
Minecraft. And damn, people still buying Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
it's the highest selling game of all time.
I get it. Yeah,
Ian Noble's that shit kind of recently, honestly.
Yeah. People having kids, and then they have to buy it. Yeah,
I play that game, man.
I know you play it, but like people are buying it in November of 2023.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
it's still a great game.
Just Dance 2024 is number 20.
Just Dance still makes games on what's is that on Switch?
Switch, yeah.
That is a big one on Switch, actually.
Oh yeah.
And the top games of 2023 to date. Number 1, Hogwarts Legacy.
Awards.
No
I don't
awards,
understand.
bro.
Somebody, I don't even understand. Was
Not even a
J.K.
nomination,
Rowling like were they not?
That's what it was.
Her?
That's
J.K.
100% what it was.
That's
was
what it
JK.
was.
Yes.
No way.
It was 100% JK. Everybody knows it. You know what I mean?
Dang.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because people were getting bullied into not buying the game online, bro.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if they caught you streaming that shit on Twitch, bro, your chat was gonna be live.
Damn. I didn't even think about that part of it.
Yeah, people was afraid to play it on stream because they knew the backlash they was going to receive just from playing the game, which is crazy.
Crazy.
No promoting it, no screenshots of it, bro. Like I gladly bought that motherfucker, bro. Like Avalanche ain't have nothing to do with that shit. Like,
no, the game had nothing to do with that. Like that's so mad. But don't be wrong, she did create Harry Potter.
She did, yeah.
We wouldn't be here without her. So I mean, yeah, okay. But like, man, the game itself, they shouldn't have suffered for that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but if I found out somebody, the first person to invent GPUs was racist, like I'm still buying GPUs.
I'm still buying GPUs. Yes, what? That's not. I mean, like, man, that man. I wish he would change his mind on stuff, but not that software, hardware. No.
Yeah, Torino says Minecraft and Candy Crush are beast. 100%. Candy Crush be killing.
Yeah,
and it's ridiculous how much money these properties make daily. Yeah,
it is a daily thing.
It is daily. Yeah, for sure. And thanks for y'all chatting, man. That really helps us out. We love hearing from y'all. If you just tuning in, hit that like and subscribe. Really helps us with the algorithm. We appreciate it. We hit over 200, baby, in just a little over a week. Come on now, come on now. All right, number 2 for the year to date, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
Nice.
Number 4, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Number 5, Madden. Number 6, Diablo. Number 7, Modern Warfare 2. So you got 2 Call of Duties, best-selling games of 2023.
That's crazy.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor at number 8.
Did Diablo win any awards?
No. It got nominated, but
yeah, it did get nominated, but damn, I was all over the place, honestly. Diablo was all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know why Diablo, like they fucked up season 1. When it initially launched, it was great. I thought anyway. They fucked it up with season 1. And then I mean it's back on track now.
Yeah.
They should have won. They have the best. Like, I don't know why they didn't even get nominated for art direction. Like, their shit's crazy, man.
Crazy. I played that game when they came out in that pre-release when you got to get up to like level 25 or something. I was grinding that. I was having a good time. I had a good time. It's crazy to say that you had a good time grinding. You know what I mean? That's hard. It's tough to say. And I was like, I was planning on buying the game and everything, but I think Street Fighter 6 came out and I'm a fighter.
Okay, you had to pick one. Pick one of the two.
I had to pick. I was like, I can't grind both. No. And I was like, I'm going Street Fighter. So I need to beat some people's asses.
Great decision, man, because I bought both and I only played Diablo. I played Street Fighter for a little bit, man, and then I was like, I gotta get on this Diablo. So I need to cool it with my purchases. And just be like, play this game, finish it, or be exhausted from it, then buy another one. Cause fuck.
Yeah, get your backlog.
I'll be getting that FOMO, man. I'm like
I feel that. I do.
Number 9, Mortal Kombat 1. And this is a surprising one. It's surprising yet not, but with the way the gaming industry is going, super surprising. Starfield at number 10. I'll tell you why it's surprising. The game is free on Game Pass, PC, and on Xbox. For it to be number 10 on this list is nuts to me.
Is that low?
No.
Even you think it's high? Because
I think it's mad high because
of Game Pass.
You got about 30 million people that got Game Pass. You know what I mean? And yes, people still buy it. Now I get it. Some people will just want that shit just on Steam, right? But the way the creation kit works now, because there's not, I guess you can do Nexus mods on it now, but it's not really that good until they release the creation kit next year. But it's all going to be like how Skyrim is now, to where you can just download it right off the bat within the game. So whether you're on Game Pass or Steam, it'll be kind of the same.
I mean, what about the console sales? Like,
this includes both.
That includes like console.
This includes console and PC. Yeah, it's just the game in general. What is?
I feel like I don't see that. I don't know. I'm not surprised by that, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people played Starfield.
Dang.
No, I know a lot of people played it, but a lot of people actually purchased the game versus just playing it on game. Like you bought it. I mean, did you buy it or you played it on Game Pass? Like everybody that I
mean,
know,
technically I paid because I got the whatever thing to get played early. So I technically did pay.
Right, but that didn't count towards this.
Shoot, Cullen said it's free on Game Pass, but I bought it for $100 for my Xbox and another $100 on Steam.
Damn, boy, that boy said support the devs.
That answers to questions right there.
Damn, Colin,
like that out there, yeah.
So Colin, I want you to answer, like, why did you decide to do, like, what was your reasoning to pay the premium on Xbox and the premium on Steam versus just using Game Pass?
That's a great question.
I'll get back to you. I want to know your reasoning. I can't think of one really besides support the devs, but like with you in Game Pass, you kind of already are, because your monthly money goes to them anyway, right? To Microsoft Studios as a whole. But I would like to hear I ain't shooting at no shot at you.
What if he bought it on console and then on Steam, not Game Pass at all?
That's a good point.
Yeah. If he bought it on console and he bought it on Steam, what do you mean?
Like, because you can buy it on console without buying it on that Game Pass. So
right.
They just bought it on, maybe he doesn't want Game Pass. Everybody don't want Game Pass.
But he has Game Pass. Or do you have Game Pass, Colin Prime? I read that as if he already had, like, I have Game Pass, but I bought it.
He says free on Game Pass, but I bought it for $100 for my Xbox. So that doesn't sound like Game Pass. It sounds like you bought it.
No, I know. I'm just getting, I read it wrong, and I'm just trying to clarify if he actually has Game Pass or not.
They responded. You got it?
Yeah, I've been using the Nexus mods and running around as the Mandalorian and Batman. I've seen those. Man.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is dope.
I wanted to use mods on Steam. Yeah, I brought that up. Like, I think some people bought it on Steam for the Nexus mods. But damn, man, still being at 10, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the free.
I just like I'm definitely going. I definitely went for the free too, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not surprised by. I guess because it's Game Pass is why it's surprising, but I'm not surprised by its sales numbers. I'm just not.
Yeah, no, it was a great game.
Like the game was so anticipated. Like I expected everybody copped that, and we all copped that for the most part. Like Game Pass or not, like everyone pretty much copped it.
Yeah, it had 12 million players, man, so far. Those are kind of funny numbers, but still 12 million people at least trying out the game.
I mean, if you have Game Pass, there was almost no reason to not install it. It's like you might as well just have it to have. Like that was pretty nuts, honestly. Still can't believe that.
Yeah, for sure. So what y'all think about this list, man, for the top games of 2023 to date? I'll start with you, Supernova.
I think the list is a pretty strong list, man. Not too many games in there from Nintendo. I think what was it? The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom was on there.
I think that was number 3.
Yeah, it was number 3, and so not too much going on by way of Nintendo, but it's a pretty strong list, and all of the numbers, all the places kind of make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to be honest, like when I first saw it, I was surprised how much that Hogwarts was selling. I know it was a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
But for it to be out here like that still, you know what I mean, and
That's
not get any love at the Game Awards was kind of crazy to me. So yeah, I was taken aback a little bit by that, but it makes sense.
Okay, Colin Prime said, yes, I do have Game Pass. I meant to say I paid for the upgrade on Xbox, which would have cost me $100 otherwise. Okay, yeah.
Oh, so well, he said that. So the upgrades count then, as far as sales.
He said I meant to say I paid for. No, I know that they don't because they announced that those don't count. They're just talking about full game,
All right.
like purchasing full game. If like the fine print at the end of the NPD kind of says that. What about you, Cam? Man, what you think about that top 10 list?
Pretty much what Rob said. It all kind of just makes sense for the most part. You said that it was 2 Call of Duties on that, right? Is that the same list? May have to read that back.
Yeah, there was two. Yeah, there was two. There was two Call of Duties on the top 10 list. Yeah,
yeah. I think stuff like that is just that's just I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care, but it's like this list are just kind of skewed off. I can't tell what's really being played and what's really
right.
The 2 Call of Duties on there. It's like, bro, why is there 2 of them?
Well, because Call of Duty generally releases in November, right? So then you have sales all the way leading up to the next. You get your big bulk of. That's right, C Money. Factions is toast, baby. Oh my God! Hey, if you rewind back to the intro, bro, I got a little funny thing for you. Check that out. Let's see. So yeah, Call of Duty releases in November. So you get the bulk of those sales in November, December time frame, right? And then you still got January, February, March, April, May, June.
Yeah, it sounds like they're playing the system. Is what I mean. I mean, it's how they release
sales,
it,
yeah.
But it's like, there's 2 spots on a list, like
right?
Yeah. But I'm with Skeleton on this too, because the more that I think about it, it's like all of the sales aren't necessarily represented by these numbers either. Because you said the digital sales for
the Xbox digital and
Xbox
and
the Switch
ones,
are not even taken into account. So it's an okay picture of where the sales are going, but it's not the full picture.
Right. I agree, but if you think about, I'm gonna almost say besides. So you're saying, how do you think it would be skewed if you do count digital?
Huge, because Nintendo, it's mostly like digital and on the go type of thing. I buy physical, cartridges because I didn't feel like putting the extra money to get like the expansion on the memory. You know what I mean?
I only buy digital. See,
right.
It's like it's just a different thing. It's like
and a lot of people only buy digital because they don't want to bring stuff around with them. So that's a huge part of the market, especially with today. Whole consoles being released with digital only. You know what I mean? So it's just a whole aspect of the market that's not really being.
My PS5 is digital only, so all those sales would just be all digital.
Well, they count Sony digital sales in this. Yeah. So the only thing that's really dropping on there are, I guess, Sony first party games, right? Yeah. So because everything else on that list was multi-plat, like Xbox numbers would go up, like anything that released on there, and then all third party games would go up. So the really thing that's only skewed is showing the Sony games. Right?
I mean, it's skewing the whole list though, just because it's leaving off a whole digital sale.
Yeah, I would say
that number could vary, honestly.
Yeah, the only thing I would say that's accurately depicted with those numbers is Sony, because everything is actually there for Xbox and Switch. Not,
but I guess it's ranking. I mean, we wouldn't know if it's actually in the top 10. Then it probably wouldn't be if you count digital sales from everything else, right?
But I mean, that would be
Spider-Man's
the real number ones then.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Hogwarts would still, even if you include digital, I think it's a decent picture because Hogwarts will probably still be number 1, right? Call of Duty for damn sure still probably going to be number 2, right?
Yeah.
Now the gray area is like, is Spider-Man going to be number 4? Probably not, because they already counted both digital and physical sales. So that probably would drop below the likes of Madden, Diablo,
Right.
Call of Duty 2.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing that's really skewed up here, in my opinion anyway, is Spider-Man. I think
I respect it.
Yeah. And then I think everything else just go up the list. So
Yeah.
But what was really interesting about this NPD, man, was the total video game sales, which is pretty crazy, man. November 22, they did 6.2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In the month of or
the whole year of no, leading up to November 22. And this year's dropped 7% to 5.8. And most of that is in hardware sales. Where that drop came from.
Hardware as in consoles and physical games, or
hardware
consoles.
Hardware,
or does that include accessories as well?
C Money said, I can't believe how many copies of Hogwarts sold. Yeah, man, and no awards, man, which is nuts.
It was a really good game. I put a lot of hours in the Hogwarts. Boy, Slytherin on mine. I'm telling you.
I'm Ravenclaw. I ain't gonna hold you.
Slytherin for me, baby.
I know y'all both Slytherin. I know.
That little snake go above the door every time. Boy, I get hyped every time.
It is tight.
So video game sales represent video game content, physical, digital, DLC, all that. And video game hardware and video game accessories. So hardware is like your consoles, your Switch, your PlayStation, your Xbox, and then video game accessories. This is a tough one because when they released the Portal, they said we're going to count this as a console.
Okay.
So that's it's an accessory. I don't know. You can't use it.
Definitely not a console.
Yeah, you can't do nothing outside.
But video game accessories would be like your controllers.
What about the VR? For the VR, PlayStation VR?
I don't know if they count that as hardware or accessory.
It sounds like they're counting that as a console. If they're counting the portable thing,
that's true.
Right. Which is crazy to me because like you need the PS5 to operate. Any of it.
You're right.
Definitely an accessory.
Yeah.
When they came out with because the PSVR 1 already didn't have enough support at all.
No.
And then they came out with this one and it had less support. And people were still buying it. And I was like, dude, are they the new Apple? Are they the Jordans of the world? Like people just buy the product because of the name?
Maybe.
Don't get me wrong. I think the hardware for the VR 2 is decent, but they have a software issue when it comes to that. MetaQuest 3 costs less and just as capable and has crazy amount of support.
Yeah.
And you can use a MetaQuest on a PlayStation, or you'll have to use PlayStation VR. Yeah. That's why people are just buying this shit. They have to. It is like some Apple shit, kind of a little bit. It's like they kind of have it. People want to play that Gran Turismo in VR, which got nominated for VR Game of the Year type stuff. Like, I guess I'm not mad at that, but
So the question that I have here with the video game sales, with all of it in general, with the stacked year that we received of games, this is like the best year in, I don't know, probably close to a decade.
Yeah.
Why do y'all think there is a 7% change in sales?
Like downward?
Downward, yeah.
Well, that includes hardware and consoles, right? You said
hardware too. Yep.
Well, I just feel like people already got their consoles and stuff. That probably just took off sales. Like people just downloading games, not buying whole consoles every year. If you got a console last year, you ain't getting a console this year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
you already think the console space has exhausted itself pretty much.
I just feel like it's almost a one and done. Like, and that's how it should be. I don't want to keep buying consoles every 2 years. Like, I want my shit to last at least a year. So, like, I can see it being like that's why some sales go down. Possibly.
So video game content went down, and this is like your physical and digital, like your games went down 3%.
Because we are broke out here, man. To be honest,
maybe. Like, and game prices went up to 70s and stuff too. It's like this year, I believe this was the first year for $70 games. That shit stopped me from just copping shit. It definitely makes me think twice, bro. $70 is I remember when games were $49.99, man. Like,
and it's $70 for remasters these days. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not that much original content coming out. There is original content coming out, but a lot of the heavy hitters are remasters and re-release content. So a lot of people are probably just like either not paying the money for these individual games coming out, or they're deciding to just pay for a subscription service. And just
that's what I was about to say. Is Game Pass making all this stuff go down? Because probably Game Pass isn't included in these sales, right?
No.
So that's I ain't gonna lie. Game Passes save me money. Like,
for sure.
To be honest, I've gotten a lot out of Game Pass. Like even Starfield, got that for discount. I still paid a little bit, but discounted, like for me, because I was gonna buy that regardless. Like,
C Money said a couple of things. He said, "Man, I need to open up my MetaQuest 3." Listen, C Money,
you got the third one.
C Money. Listen, man. Yesterday, I need you to tell me. Somehow you can DM me on Twitter or whatever, but tell me how the Game Pass works on it, because they just released the beta of that yesterday, so that you could. I think it was on the Quest 2 and Quest 3, but I know it's probably looking sparky on the Quest 3 though. Let me know how that runs, and I might get one for Christmas, bro. Because if I could be in my bed playing some Game Pass games, bro, cross progression. That's why Game Pass is the GOAT. God damn it, and you said it. I'm just repeating you. Yes, I can play my shit wherever I want.
Yeah.
Which is great. That shit's on the MetaQuest 3, boy. Stop playing.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, is it just going to be VR games? You're just going to be able to have a controller and have the headset on and can play.
Controller,
that's crazy.
Headset on, big screen, just like how they did with Netflix, right? You got the movie theater type thing.
Sit on the couch type shit.
And play your games.
I can't lie, putting that, if you ain't ever put on a VR headset, seeing that for the first time is like, damn.
I'll be sitting in the theater and watching. Yes, sir.
It's really cool experience. I can't lie.
C Money also said there hasn't been a real reason to go next gen yet. I mean, facts, honestly. I mean,
you're not wrong.
Until
GTA.
I think the only one that's probably the most next gen is Alan Wake 2 that has come out. And next year, from what we've seen so far, is Hellblade. Them really the only two games that have really peaked that we've seen so far for next gen games, as far as pushing the hardware to its limits.
Right.
So you're right. There's probably still a shit ton of people playing just on Xbox One and then PS4. Because how many units did PS4 push? 120 last gen?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
And then I think it's 120, and then they have 40 million now, or whatever. Accessories went up 3%. I can see that. They've been pushing out controllers, joystick issues.
Yeah, stick drift. I'm always gonna see that shit skyrocketing. Like, golly, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
But actually, speaking of like Alan Wake, man, we should talk about some of these sales that's coming up, right?
Yes, you talking about like game sales and stuff, bro?
Are there sales?
Yeah. I seen the craziest goddamn deal at Costco. Did y'all see it?
Let me know.
$150 will get you a headset and an Xbox Series S.
Wait,
how much?
$150.
What's the catch for sure?
They said we need your arm. We need
none, bro. None.
Be something. It's like you paid $150 and they
Blood.
rebate you somewhere.
Blood,
Something.
It was circling on the internet, bro. It was $150 for a headset. And mind you, I don't give a shit about the headset. I can just give that away. But $150 for a Series S, bro.
Yeah.
If I already didn't have two of them, bro, I'd cop one, bro, for somebody's room.
That's kind of strange to me that they'll be able to even let a console go that low. That makes me definitely feels like it's going obsolete.
No, they only give a shit about Game Pass, bro. They want that monthly.
Also, they're gonna let all the consoles go then. So people, they're gonna start letting consoles go. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, right?
Plus, they're able to give it to you at a discounted price because you're already paying for that Costco subscription. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so they're gonna get their bread. So they're able to probably buy it in bulk and redistribute it at cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, Colin Prime, he said he has a MetaQuest 2, so he'll try Game Pass. Yeah, let me know how it is, man. And C Money says, no, it's like having a floating TV on your head. Yep. Yeah, super dope. Fuck. Yeah, so that was the craziest deal I saw was that one.
That's crazy.
And yeah, they're just trying to get people to subscribe to Game Pass, man. Damn. Yeah, 100%.
That's a good deal.
Hell yeah, it is, bro. What about y'all, man? Any deals y'all seen out there?
Skellington? I could take it if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead, Supernova.
All right, I got it. So as we know, Steam's about to come through with the winter sale on the 21st.
Yes.
I'm about to buy a bunch of games that I'm probably not gonna play for the next 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? They about to get me again. You already know.
Yeah.
But one big thing that I did want to point out in today's podcast or this evening's podcast is Alan Wake 2. Since it's been doing so great, I'm late. I've been asleep on Alan Wake. So Epic Games is having their sale until January 10th. And if you buy Alan Wake 2 during their sale, you actually get a digital voucher for Alan Wake 1, the remastered.
Oh shit!
Remastered.
Yeah. So Alan Wake 2 right now they got it for 20% off, and you can also use an Epic Games Epic coupon that they have for another 33% off for games over $14.99. So you might be able to get that Alan Wake 2 for 53% off while getting that Alan Wake 1 on the low.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking into that shit because Alan Wake is the next game, or the second one's the next game I'm buying for sure.
Yeah. Exactly.
That
so you probably don't want to
game.
miss this deal. You probably don't want to miss this deal.
That's
so lastly, I noticed that actually, let me see. Yeah, and for Nintendo, I didn't really find much. They have like a Nintendo sale, but they sales be weak, man. I ain't gonna hold you. They be super weak, man. So they the only games that I saw that was interesting to me was Hogwarts, but I have that on PC, so I'm definitely not gonna downgrade for that. And then they do have Mortal Kombat and a couple of add-ons for them. So that's what I've been seeing for sales. What about you, Skellington? You see any of them?
Hold on. Before we go to Skeleton, let me get C Money real here. He said, "Bro, my kid's karate teacher is a pony. He came up to me when picking them up tonight, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta get an Xbox." I said, "What? Why the change of heart?" He said, "Because Blade is exclusive to Xbox." That's right, boy. Exclusive sale consoles, bro.
Dang.
Yeah.
Blade gonna be heat, bro.
Blade did it to
Leon. Yeah. He said, "Turn that shit up."
It was the kick, bro. It was the kick. I know it
did turn up for sure. For sure.
Yeah, all right, nigga.
Bro, we listened back to that like 7 times.
That was crazy.
All right, man. But yeah, C Money. There's gonna be a lot of change of hearts, bro. Especially come next year. It's gonna be crazy. Cam. Shit. Camera. Where's my camera? Black Skeleton.
That's crazy.
Black Skeleton, man. What about you, man? What kind of deals you seen, man?
I haven't seen any sales. I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
No, none.
Nah, I haven't seen any sales. I haven't even looked for sales because I know what game I'm about to buy, which is the Alan Wake. So it's like I haven't been looking for even games. I'm backlogged on games as well. It's like I still have things, and I'm streaming games, so it's like I have specific games I'm needing to play.
Yeah.
Dave the Diver, I'm still needing to beat that, but not really the Alan Wake sale. Shout out to that, and shout out to what Nova is saying. I'm looking for that because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got I know I came across, I think it was on for only so if you listen, it's for today only. If you got Game Pass, you get 35% off the new Call of Duty that just dropped, which is pretty dope. Everybody still got to pay $70 and you get 35% off if you got Game Pass. But if you wait about 6 months, that shit gonna be in Game Pass and all the other Call of Duties.
That's crazy, bro.
Xbox Series X, I saw a running deal for $350, no bundle. And I think that was at Walmart, I believe. I could be wrong. Just type in Xbox Series X 350, and it's gonna pop up. Which is cool. If you are a military shopper, they have the Spider-Man bundle for with the little slim for $440, I believe. I saw that today. So if you still need to get a PlayStation, that's there. I think the Baby S was $200 at your local BXPX or whatever. So yeah, I don't know if MetaQuest 3 will do a sale. They probably don't need to.
Probably don't.
They just came out with a game called and they got raving reviews from everybody, so I can believe it. It's called something Wrath.
Oh, I've seen that. What is that called? I saw people talking about that today. Actually, it got high ratings.
Yeah. Asgard's Wrath.
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
I think wasn't that the game that Matt Mercer was on? Whenever we listened to him voice acting in it, and I was like, God, I can't do it, man. Like, because I just hear Matt Mercer, man, the DM from Critical Role.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's $60. No, if you buy a MetaQuest 3 today, you get it for free. But typically it's $60.
That's a good deal if you're gonna get a Quest.
And I've seen 10s and 9s, nothing but 10s and 9s.
I've seen good scores for that. Yeah, I'm actually interested. Do you have to have a 3 to play it?
I think it's for the 3. Yeah.
What the fuck are you supposed to do with the other ones?
No, it's on the 2.
I know, bro.
It's on the 2. It's on the 2, the 3, and the Pro.
I was about to be like, bro, this shit is useless.
Yeah, because I got accessories on my 2, bro, and I don't know if it's plug and play on the next one. I got the extended battery and everything on my 2, so that's kind of what made me not buy a 3 so quick.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all I got for deals, man. The Nintendo Switch probably has some, but I'm not sure, man.
I looked.
Look it up. So let's do the last one, man. It's your top 3 most anticipated games of 2024. I'm gonna go with you, BLAQQ Skellington. What are your top 3 for 2024? And if you're in the chat, give me your top 3 most anticipated as well, man.
Top three. I'm trying to think. It's a lot coming out in 2024. You might have to refresh me on some, but Wukong is 2024.
Yes, sir. August.
Wukong, that may be number 1. Let me see what else. That Pony Island, is that what it's called?
Pony Island 2.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
All right.
Yep. Pony Island, I think that's a 2024 one. Looking for it. I think that's 2024. That might be 2025 actually. Not sure, but whenever that one comes out, that's a hot one for me. I am not sure. I think Wukong is honestly 2024 period for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm really looking forward to that one too, man.
That's a banger one. I probably got it sold up.
Yeah.
2024. What you think?
I'm right there with you with Wukong, man. Like I've been waiting for that one for a long time. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out. Yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to that. Huge Final Fantasy fan.
So the Rebirth, this is all just the remake, right? And this Rebirth is another chapter, right?
Yeah, I think it's a trilogy.
So it's because they're still not like to the golden saucer, like that part of it. Like they still haven't got there. Yeah. That's why, because I played whichever, it was either the first part. I think I played first and second part. I was actually having a really good time with that. But I like Final Fantasy VII when they get out. Was that Midgard? I forgot, not Midgard, but is it
the first town? Yeah,
the first town. Like, bro, once you get out of that, the game just opens up so much. I'm like, why are we taking so much time in this beginning area? I don't understand.
Exactly. But they said they want that bread. They said we're gonna take one game and charge you 3 times for it.
Bro, 3 times. I'm like, bro, what? I don't even understand. The first, when it came out, it had 4 discs. Like, they gave us the whole thing. They went out of their way to give us the whole game.
And then I think you also had to pay more money for the add-on to get to play the Yuffie, because it was like a side quest. Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. Like,
they said we want that bread.
Bro,
so
all of it.
So Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, definitely. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth going to be lit. Since I didn't get a chance to play Persona 3, you know what I mean? Persona 3 Reloaded coming out, so I get a chance to go back and play that on Game Pass. Looking forward to that for the low.
And that's solid, actually. I am looking. I want to hear the music. I haven't played Persona 3 either. I want to hear the music on that, because I know their music bangs out all the time.
It's heat. The cinematics, the story is always really good.
Always
keeps you engaged. And I have a sleeper game that I wanted to throw in here that I just found out the other day. I guess I must have missed a direct for Nintendo. And I don't know if y'all are into these types of games, but it's like a Super Mario versus Donkey Kong. It's like a little puzzle game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that it has like a couple elements of like old Super Mario 2, to where you jump on the enemies, can pick them up, pick up the key and stuff like that. It's like a little cool little chill puzzle game on the low that, if you want to get the real Mario experience, you'll probably go play Wonder, but Mario versus Donkey Kong looks pretty interesting too, so I might have to pick that up.
They're gonna do it the right way too. That's why Nintendo's cool. It's like, it seems like it's that basic, but it's like they got Nintendo magic.
Their first party game.
First party.
100%.
So Viking, what do you think, man? What do you think about your upcoming 2024 games?
Listen, my top 3, God, and I wanted to sneak Avowed in there, but I'm not. I know these are going to be my top 3. My first one I've been waiting for is Replaced. It's the side scroller by that Ukraine studio. It was I think it was first announced in 2018 or 2019. But since the whole war has been going on, I think they were supposed to release it in 2022 or 2023. But it should drop next year. It's called Replace. The pixel art in that looks crazy good. If y'all see, y'all probably don't remember the name, but I know it's supposed to drop in Game Pass.
It's called Replaced.
If you look it up, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing this." I think this is.
You told me it has cool art style. Yeah. I think I've been waiting on that when you showed me that a while back. Actually,
yeah,
I forgot about that.
Hellblade and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Let's go.
Wukong. I ain't mad at it.
No, I mean, I'm gonna play Wukong, but I know I'm putting way more hours into Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh yeah, I already know.
Yeah, like when we talk about most anticipated, like I'm really excited to see what they do,
right,
with Flight Sim. And then Hellblade too, man. Like, I want to continue the story, and I want to see what Ninja Theory's been fucking cooking. Because it looks great, bro.
I know they've been cooking that up for sure. That's gonna be
so good.
It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah. So those are my top 3, man. I think Avowed would have been my 4th, but those have been the ones that's been on my head the longest.
Yeah.
Are those 3? Yeah.
And bonus round though, let me throw this out here. Bonus round.
Okay.
What random game would you want to just have? No, nobody's saying that it's in development or anything like that. What random game, if you could just pick, that you would just have drop in 2024?
Fable.
Ooh,
For sure. I don't know. I've been fiending for a Fable, man. Like, and I think that is actually in development, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like, I haven't heard anything about it. Like, that's what I want for sure.
Dang. Nah, Fable was heat, man.
Man, yeah. It's a good old, I like that stuff.
Yeah. I think for me, I would probably do Asura's Wrath 2.
Oh,
that
game was fun.
Heat. Yeah, like I've been because I've been playing Final Fantasy 16 lately, and like it's just the fighting scenes, like it's way more action. They got like, you know, action sequences during the fighting and stuff, and it's just like it just keeps making me think about Asura's Wrath, man. So
like the scale of fighting, because in Asura's Wrath you were like throwing worlds at people and throwing massive crazy stuff. Was that like really fun? Yeah.
So I missed it, man. What was the question?
So the question was, if out of any game, it doesn't have to be like on record as in development or anything like that, if you just could drop one game that you wanted to play next year coming out 2024 out of nowhere, what game would it be? I said Asura's Wrath, and Skellington said Fable. Asura's Wrath 2 for me.
Okay, yeah. Mine would probably be a Arkham Knight style game, but as an anti-hero Deathstroke.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be dope. Or you can have Arkham Knight style Turtles or Arkham Knight style Spawn.
Spawn. Please, Spawn.
With Spawn. Arkham style Spawn.
Somebody needs to get that IP. Get with Todd McFarlane and Cook.
Please.
Yeah, get Michael Jai White back. Let's get it.
Get him.
Please.
Get him. That would be
100%, bro. Yeah.
I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, I miss my Arkham style games, man. I almost want to play that shit again, but I already got too much stuff that I need to get back to.
Arkhams are fun, man. I was playing Gotham Knights for a good little bit. I wasn't bored. I just stopped playing, I think, because I had something else to play. But it was on Game Pass. So I was like, why not? But
bro, I have the Game Pass curse, bro. When I buy a game that's not on Game Pass, it instantly within a week comes on Game Pass, bro. And I'm like,
damn.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy, bro.
Practice some more patience, my boy.
Or you gotta
I already did. The game was already out for like a year.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, if I want a game to come out on Game Pass, just
tell me to buy it. Yep, tell me to buy it, and then it's in there for you.
All right.
Maybe we can split that one game, and then that makes. Well, I don't have to take the whole brunt of it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I think we can go. Did you already give your top 3? I had to go on the phone, so I wasn't.
Yeah, we both did.
Okay, all right, cool, man. See, Money said that needs to happen. I know you're probably talking about Spawn, right? I heard you talking about Spawn before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and close out, man. We'll start with you, Supernova. Go ahead and say your shit.
I go by Supernova. You can find me on X by the tag that you see displayed on your screen. And once again, man, just go out there and play some games, and remember, it's supposed to be fun. So keep the fun going, man, and I'll catch you guys next time in episode 5.
Cool, man. BLAQQ Skelly.
What up? Yeah. Ha. Okay. I go by BLAQQ Skellington with 2 Q's. You can catch me on all the handles by that name, you know. I actually have something to say. I had to recreate my YouTube channel. So like everything that I had on there on my last one is still there, but I had to create a new one because I've hearing about shadow banning with old accounts. So I basically just had to start a new account and have everything fresh over. So if you subscribe to my old one, the new one is still, well, it's up now, and the old one, it will have the link to the new one if you still happen to go to that one. So if I know that's a pain and nobody ever wants to do anything like that, but if you check my stuff out before, you can just go back and check it out again. And what do I gotta say for the day? Just hold the door open for somebody. You know, simple. Do that.
I just dropped your link in the chat so people can go and subscribe who are watching.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
it's pretty easy. I did the transition earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Pretty quick and clean. Go do that.
It is a transition, but I appreciate your patience and then everybody out there. Thank y'all for joining. I love y'all.
Fantastic. My man said drive like you know each other, baby.
You know.
So I don't have an outro. Y'all motherfuckers can catch me on Twitter. I do there is a sale. It's 100% off, and it's factions and never coming.
I was like 100% off.
Yo, free 90.